guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Jacqueline if you don't know me or if you're new here. It's kind of a dark and gray and cloudy sort of August 1st. So hopefully the lighting doesn't look too weird. I know there's some weird like shadows back over here. But I wanted to get this filmed and uploaded because I just want to share with you my July favorites. So if you haven't seen my last monthly favorites, I'll leave it up over here. But basically I chose, I think 10 categories or 11 that I'm going to do every single month. And yeah, let's just go ahead and get right into it. So the first category is my favorite place we visited this month, which is going to be a place with a very funny name. But we're all adults here, right? Maybe we're just kids at heart. It's fine if you laugh at this, but the place is called Poo Poo Point. I'll insert videos here and stuff, but it was a beautiful, beautiful hike. It was definitely a ton of elevation gain really quickly. So it was a hard hike, but that view at the top of Mount Rainier, if you get there on a clear day, it really can't be beat. It was a really beautiful view, and we sat there for a while and just like stared at it. It was great. So definitely that was my favorite place we hiked and visited this month. So my next one is my favorite experience for this month. So obviously 4th of July was this month, and we went to the Tacoma Freedom Fest, which is a festival along the riverfront in Reston. And we had so much fun. We went with a couple friends and we made some new friends along the way. But it was just a lot of fun. If you've never been to it, it's just this really big festival all along the waterfront. It's a couple miles long, I think. But we had a ton of fun. There was beer gardens and food and carnival games and shops and stuff like that. But if you're looking for something fun to do next year in Tacoma or in the Pacific Northwest for 4th of July, it's definitely something to check out. And we had a ton of fun. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is my favorite food and my favorite drink. So my favorite food this month that I had was from a restaurant also in Reston. There's a little shopping center there and they have all sorts of restaurants, and the restaurant is called Wild Fin, and they had this really amazing, I'm gonna look to see what it was. It's an Alaskan snow crab stuffed roasted cod, and it was amazing. It was, oh my gosh, it was so good. I ate it so fast and everything was so fresh, and there was a ton of crab stuffed in there. And it was just so good. I didn't get a video of it because me and Matt were kind of just like out on a little date night. So we were just like hanging out, and I didn't videotape any of it. But man, if you ever go there, that's what you should get. It's so good. And then my favorite drink this month, me and Matt have been loving making mojitos. We just love them. They're so refreshing. We make big pitchers of them and we just drink them all day. It's so great. If you guys want a recipe, let me know. Maybe me and Matt can make a video together to show you guys how we make them. They're so good. Let's see what's next. So my next thing is my favorite skincare or makeup item. So this month I have been loving this. Let's see if you can. It's the Aztec Secret Indian Healing Clay. And so I got this off Amazon, and this big bucket was only like $8. And I've been using it pretty much the whole month. I've been using it like every other day. And it's really helped clear up my acne, and like I've had some texture on my face lately, and it's really just like smoothed out my skin and gotten all the gunk out. And I really like it. So how you use it is you put a couple scoops of this, you put equal parts of this, and I like to use apple cider vinegar. It says you can use water, but I like to use apple cider vinegar. I think it works better, and I've heard from other people that apple cider vinegar also works better with this than water. So I just shake it up. You want to make sure, see all the stuff at the bottom of the apple cider vinegar? You want to make sure you shake it up. That's the mother, and you want to make sure you get that, because that's where all the good stuff is. If you're like drinking it or using it in a recipe, in a face mask, anything, make sure you shake it because you want that good stuff. And so I have a little porcelain spoon. You're not supposed to use metal with it. I guess it like deactivates or messes with the chemical balance of this stuff. So I have a little porcelain spoon I use, and I just take like a scoop and a half of this thing. And it's not a very big spoon. It's pretty small. A scoop and a half, so it's probably like a tablespoon worth. And then I pour a little bit of the apple cider vinegar in, mix it up into a little paste because, sorry if I didn't show you, it comes in like a little powder. So it's just like a powder form. I mean, it's great. And you just mix it up, and I spread a thin layer all over my face. And it says to only leave it for sensitive skin 5 to 10 minutes or 15 to 20 minutes for normal skin. I leave it even longer. I leave it for maybe 30 minutes. If I forget, it could be even longer than that. I have pretty acne prone skin, but if like, as long as it doesn't have an ingredient in it that my skin doesn't like, my skin doesn't tend to be like super sensitive. So like shea butter will make me break out, so if it has shea in it, I can't put that on my face, stuff like that. But like, this kind of stuff works great on my face, so I leave it for a really long time. Yeah, I think it's great. I've been using it a lot and loving it, and I mean, I've hardly gone through any of it, and for like a month using it every other day, it's pretty good. So I'm loving this. So unfortunately, I was a bad human being and I didn't read any books in the month of July. I don't know how that happened, but I guess July just like got away from us, and you know, it was one of those things. So unfortunately, I don't have a book favorite this month. I'm really, really sorry. It was just a weird month. And then the last category is going to be my song favorite. So I've been loving the song Ride or Die by, hold on, I gotta find it, sorry. By Knox and Foster and the People. It's so good, hold on. So we're gonna just play it. Sorry if I sing, I know my sing is horrible, but can't help it, I love to sing. Maybe it's nice to be alone in the end. Well, it's a house when I've got all these friends. They say, are you gonna give up someday? Are you gonna grow up someday? We can do this every night. You can be my ride or die. Anyway, clearly I love that song. It's such a good, it makes me feel happy. It's very like uplifting for me for some reason. I just like love it. Me and Matt listen to it all the time, and whenever it comes on the radio, I turn it up really loud in my car. But yeah, I think that's all of my monthly favorites for this month. So hopefully you enjoyed those, or you found somewhere you want to hike or experience or use on your face. But yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you'll give it a like and subscribe if you want to stick around. But for now, I'm out of here, so I'll see you in the next adventure. Bye! So, if you haven't seen my last July favorites, I'll leave them over here, or my last July. Jesus, this is gonna be a bad one. I can't talk today. Okay, try one more time.